So for simple interest, we have this formula. It's called the I-party formula. It follows the idea that you have I, which is going to stand for interest. I is going to represent the interest, and this is the money amount. And guys, we're going to have to go quickly with this. It's the money amount of interest that you are either going to earn off of an account or interest that you are going to owe because you owe somebody money. It's interest that you either earned or interest that you're going to owe. Okay? Then it is going to be equal to P times R times T. Okay? I par T. So I par T, the P portion is going to stand for the principal. That is also money. Okay? And no, it's not Dr. Baggett. Is that what you just said? Did you say Principal Daggett? Okay. It's the money amount of principal. It's the amount that you're going to invest or the amount that you're going to borrow. So when we talk about investing, we're talking about putting money into an account like a savings account or a retirement account. When you borrow money, you're talking about monies for loans like student loans, car loans, mortgages. Yes, dear? Okay. R is going to stand for the rate, like your percentage. So here's the important thing to make sure that you keep in mind. And again, you're going to get to use your notes. So as long as you're copying these down, it should be real easy for you when you get to these problems. You're going to take whatever the percent is and you're going to put it out of what again? What is a percent always out of? 100. So whenever they give you a percentage, you're going to put it over 100. When we are talking about T, T is going to represent the amount of time. Okay, so when we're talking about interests, we're talking about time over the course of years. It always must be in years. Now, a little side note to make to yourself, if they happen to give you months, then you want to go ahead and divide that by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. That's something that you want to make sure you understand, that if they give you months instead of years, you want to take the number of months and divide it by 12. That will convert it to years for you. Or just put them as a fraction, this many months over 12. Okay? So the important thing to understand in the question, is the question asking for the interest or is it asking for the final amount? If it is asking for just the interest, then all you're going to do is multiply these three things together. Principal times rate times time. If they wind up asking you for the final amount, then what you're going to do is you're going to take the principal, however much money that you invested or however much money you borrowed, and you're going to add the interest to it. If they're asking for a final amount, you're going to add the principal and the interest together. That's what we do for these problems. Please make sure you are copying the notes. Thank you. All right, Liz has an account with $500 that earns 8% simple interest. After 3 years, how much interest will she earn? So look at the question. Are we solving for just interest or for the final amount? After 3 years, how much interest will she earn? Are we looking for interest or final amount? Interest. It tells you it right here. How much interest? So we are just solving for the interest amount. We are just solving for I. Okay, all we're going to do is solve for I. So again, our formula is I is equal to the principal times the rate times time. Okay, so our principal in this case is $500. Okay, the principal is equal to $500. We're then going to multiply it by the rate. The rate, R, is 8%, but we're going to put it over 100. Don't forget to put it over 100. So that's going to be 8 over 100. Then we're going to multiply it by the time. The time happens to be 3 years. I can't. It's literally just taking these and plugging them into the formula. That's all you're doing. You're taking the information, plug it into that formula. Principal, rate over 100, time. And then you multiply. You take your calculator, you do 500 times 8 over 100 times 3, all at once, and then you hit enter. There's your interest. So your interest in this case is 120. I would have loved to be able to slow down, but we were supposed to cover simple interest 2 days ago. Okay. Arnold took out a loan for $580. The interest rate is 3%. He has a loan for 3 months. How much total will he have to pay back? Are we solving for interest or total? Total. Hence the reason it says, how much total is he going to have to pay back? So that means once we find I, we then add it with what? When we're trying to find a total, we take I and add it with principal. Once you take the I, you set it equal to the, or you add it to the principal. So the principal in this case is the money you borrowed. What money did we borrow? 580. So for P, we're going to put 580. The rate is our percent over 100. What is that going to be? 3% over 100. So we're doing the rate is 3% over 100. The time, what is the time? Yeah, 3 months. What did we say we had to do if it's months? Divide it by 12. Make sure you understand that little note. I'm going to put the star by it, and I'm going to see note 3 over 12. Okay, because of the fact that this was months, we do not put it in months. We need it to be in years. Okay, so we're going to have 3 over 12. And again, all you have to do is just multiply all of these values together. 580 times 3 over 100 times 3 over 12. And you're going to get an interest of $4.35. But again, the question wasn't asking for interest, it's asking for the total. So for our total, we're going to take the principal, 580, and we're going to add it with the interest, which was $4.35. So our total amount is $584.35. I know, it was his mouth. It's fine. Okay. We're just going to do one more. We're going to do one more because I need you to get onto your assignment. Lewis took out a car loan for $5,000. Takes 2 years to pay it back at 3% interest. How much did he pay? So are they asking for interest or total? Total. Here's a note. If they're asking for interest, they're going to physically say, how much interest? If you don't see it say, how much interest, then they're looking for the total. This wants the total. How much did he pay? He paid for the loan, and he pays interest. Okay, look at problem 4. How much money should she have in her account at the end of 12 years? Well, she's going to have the $15,000 that she's got in her account, plus the interest that she's going to earn. So if they're wanting to know the interest only, it's going to literally say how much interest. If it doesn't say how much interest, it wants the total. So make that as a note. Okay, so this is looking for the total. Okay, what's P? And that's what amount? 5,000. Principal is 5,000. What's the rate? What's the rate? Say it louder. 3%. What am I going to put it over? 3 over 100. We're not just going to write 3. We're going to put 3 over 100. What's the time? 2 years. Do I leave it as 2?
No.
Why? It's years. Why would we divide by 12? We divide by 12 when it's months. This is years. I just want to make sure you understand. You only have to divide by 12 if it's months. I don't believe I gave you any problems in your assignments or on the quiz that's going to be in months. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys. All right, so we're just going to multiply by the 2. All right, interest. When we solve and we multiply all of that together, that's going to come out to $300. Now again, we're going to find the total. So for our total, we're going to take 5,000 and we're going to add 300. And that gives you 5,300. Get your computers out. Quickly,